everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I'm here with a big announcement today. I wanted to share with you all that I have been invited to join the design team for Took's CraftTable, and I am so excited. She has the most beautiful digital kits, and I am humbled and overwhelmed that, well, any of the digital creators that I am on the design team for trust me to do justice to their beautiful kits. And when Took asked me if I would like to join her team, I was so excited and incredibly grateful for the opportunity. So Took, if you happen to be watching this, thank you so much. I just hope I do justice to your kits. Okay, so Took has graciously shared with me many kits, and I actually have a basket here of kits that I have printed off. I'm not sure how many I will get to share with you in this video. What I'm hoping to do is to do a share with you, and then I can just use them in my creating and not have to worry so much about whether or not I've actually shared them with you. So that is my aim today. So let's get started. So this first kit is Took's CraftTable 1848 to 1912 Rockport Business Ledger paper set number 3. Okay, so this is the first kit. I love these ledger paper kits. They're fabulous. In actual fact, I was creating something behind the scenes just a couple of days ago, and I was using something similar to this, and I remember thinking how much I really love having this sort of paper as a backing for things when I'm creating. So that was super fun. Okay, so again, that is Took's CraftTable 1848 to 1912 Rockport Business Ledger paper set number 3. I will also share with you that when I tell you the name of a kit for any digital creator that I share with you, whenever I save digital kits onto my hard drive, I always check the Etsy listing to get the name for you. Whoops, way off camera there. Yes, I always get the name off the Etsy listing and save it under that name on my hard drive, so that when I share the kits with you, the name I give you should be the exact name that that kit can be found in a person's Etsy shop. And I do that for that reason, so that it's easier for you to find, or for me to find if I decide I need to go looking for it for some reason. So I really hope that me doing that helps you in some way. So this kit here is Took's CraftTable 1848 to 1912 Rockport Business Ledger paper set number 2. Just so fun and versatile. So Took and I, we talked a little about the sort of things that I might be interested in using, and bless her heart, actually, the day that we were talking, I had a really bad migraine, and she'd asked me to go ahead and pick some kits and let her know, and I looked and my head was so sore, and I messaged her and I said to her, if you want to just pick out kits that you think I might be able to use and send them through to me, I said, I'm sure whatever you send will be fabulous. I just said to her, I said, my head is hurting too much to look right now. I'm really sorry. And the kits that I'm sharing with you today are the result of that conversation. And I was overwhelmed and incredibly grateful that Took has allowed me to access so many of her beautiful digital kits. So this kit here, Took's CraftTable teal pattern paper for collage. I just think these are so pretty. They'll be so fun to collage with. So you may see a couple of papers in this set that look similar. They are similar, but there are variations, either in the depth of colour, the background colour. Some are plain, whereas some have almost a crackled, if you think of a pottery or ceramic pot, and it gets that crackling in the paint or the ceramic. That's one of the details that you see in some of these papers. I'm just not sure how it will translate to the camera, but super pretty up close. Okay, so again, that's Took's CraftTable teal pattern paper for collage. And this next kit, Took's CraftTable set number 3, the Model Book of Calligraphy collage paper. So pretty. I was testing not my printer, I was testing one of the papers that I purchased the other day, and I happened to have this open. I think it was this kit that I did a couple of test prints with, and they look so lovely. But unfortunately it was the paper that ended up being single-sided, and I did try printing the back of that particular paper and I liked it, but I wasn't 100% sold that it just doesn't have the same vibrancy. In actual fact, it's on my printer, so when I've flipped through this I'll show you what I mean. Why wait till my next share with my collecting and gathering? I'll just show you now. It's a really beautiful paper though. It has a little bit of a creaminess to it. It's a Kodak presentation paper, I believe. And I wouldn't necessarily say the paper is cream, but there is a slight creaminess in tone to it that I've noticed. I'll just get it and I'll show you. So this is one of the pages. Oh, the vibrancy of that paper is just gorgeous. I really, really love it. And then if I turn it over, this page here is printed really beautifully. Am I upside down? Oh, I think that was, I did print one upside down. Let's try this one. And it goes this way. So this is the really beautiful correct side of the paper, and then the reverse side still prints really beautifully, but it doesn't have quite the vibrancy that this side has. It's a little more matte, which I still really love. And this paper was actually on sale at, I think it was my local Big W, so it wasn't terribly expensive. So I do have, I think I got 4 reams of that, or 4 packets of that. So I will be using that up for sure. Like I said, I love the way it prints. It just didn't work for me as well with the double-sided. So okay, this next kit from Took's CraftTable, I'll check my camera. I feel like a jack-in-the-box because every time I put a new kit on the desk, I stand up to check the camera. So if you hear funny sounds in the background, that's what it is. It's me standing up off my chair and sitting back down again. So I apologize for that if it's a distraction. This kit here, Took's CraftTable set number 1, the Model Book of Calligraphy collage paper. I just think these are so pretty. I don't know why the pinks in this paper really stand out for me, and I feel like it's a new colour to my eye that I don't see in papers very often, and yet I know that I have, so I don't know what that's about, but maybe it's the tone of pink, I'm not really sure, but just it's so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so again, Took's CraftTable set number 1, the Model Book of Calligraphy Collage Paper. Okay, this next kit from Took's CraftTable is called Old Advertisement Collage Paper, and I think this is a fantastic kit. I just think it's really, really versatile, neutral, and can be used as a background for so many things. I just had a thought. It's funny, I often say that when I'm looking through kits. I'll have a thought while I'm sharing with you all, and then I'll watch it back when I'm editing, and I go, what was that thought? I need to keep a piece of paper near me so that I can write things down as I think about them. I have a funny feeling in this kit there's a distressed set of papers and a plain set of papers, I think. Just looking at this. Okay, I love that kit. Okay, so this next kit is Took's CraftTable Medieval Collage Paper Set 1. It's a good thing I check that I'm in camera, because honestly sometimes I stand up to have a look and see where I'm at, and I'm sort of off to the side or too high or too low, or there's some really fun colours in this kit, and yet they're kind of muted, I guess would be the right terminology, which really appeals to me. Well, these papers are a little more vibrant, so maybe there's a good mixture of the two in there, between the vibrant and the more muted colour palette. Again with choices, you know I love choices. So Took's CraftTable Medieval Collage Paper Set 1. Okay, and this next kit is called Took's CraftTable Botanical Collage Butterfly Grunge. And again, there's the neutral tones in this, and I just think this is so, so pretty. Gorgeous. Okay, so this is Took's CraftTable Collage Ephemera Paper Set number 2. I really love Took's collage kits, and a lot of the journal paper kits were the collage kits that Took sent through, and I just think they're fabulous, and I think they're going to be really, really fun and versatile to use. So, and if you're noticing with this kit, I believe there's just a background page and then the background with focal points, and I really love that in Took's kits. I think that's a fabulous way to have the kit, especially if you're making a journal, so that you've got background papers to create ephemera with, and then you've got the really beautiful decorative papers that you could quite easily use as a journal page. Love that little bird. Okay, so that's Took's CraftTable Collage Ephemera Paper Set number 2. This kit here is called Took's CraftTable Collage Ephemera Paper Set number 1. And again, there are the plain and the distressed papers in this set. So I've actually separated them in this particular kit. So this is the plain papers. Just gorgeous. And then Collage Ephemera paper set number 1 with the distressed backgrounds. When I stand up now, I'm visualizing somebody winding the Jack-in-the-Box off my chair. I love the distressing that Took has on her kits. It's really subtle and beautiful. Okay, so that is the last page. So again, that kit was called Collage Ephemera paper set number 1. And this next kit is called Took's CraftTable Blue and Yellow Collage Paper. There is something about this kit that just makes me happy. I love the navy in this kit, the blues. And I don't know, every time I look at it, it just makes me smile. I just find it really harmonious, the colour balance in these papers. I'm super excited to be able to create with them. Even on the screen, if looking in the Etsy shop at this particular kit, the colour just dances off the screen. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so that one was Took's CraftTable Blue and Yellow Collage Paper. And this next kit is Took's CraftTable Antique Book Page Collage Paper. This is another kit I have a couple of misprints for, unfortunate. Well, it's not unfortunate because I still use them. They're still fabulous, but I did have a lot of printing to do, so maybe my printer just needs a little moment every now and then, I'm thinking. These are so pretty. I just feel so fortunate to be able to create with these. Isn't that a fun, really fun background? Very neutral background. Oh, so's that. Maybe they're the same, I don't remember. I really love that too. Sometimes I really do enjoy a more plain neutral background because it gives me an opportunity to really build on it myself. So that's really fun. And this is my misprints here. You can see where the printer has stopped printing for whatever reason. And so majority of that page is still incredibly usable. It's just this little strip here where you can see there's 3 different tones of print there that haven't finished printing on. So I think what happened was it did that, it froze, it spat this page out, and then it started from the beginning again. So these prints in here are double ups of some of the papers from the kit. So of course they'll all be used. So again, that was Took's CraftTable Antique Book Page Collage Paper. And this next kit is Took's CraftTable 1816 to 1906 French Documents. This was another super fun kit in Took's collection. The old letters style. And I really love the neutral tones of these. They're so pretty. They'll work with practically anything. So they'll be super fun to have. Oops. This is printed on. So this has got the background of that beautiful aged paper. So even that will be great for the back of tags and things. I do like having little big pieces like that in amongst my digitals because I like the way it breaks up the writing space. Even this particular piece here, if I don't use that, I mean, I could fold that in half and create a little booklet out of it if I wanted to. It would be really fun to put in a signature and have a really beautiful pocket on here. Just lots of choices with this kit. Okay, that's the last page. So that one was Tooks CraftTable 1816 to 1906 French documents. Okay, and then we go to some label kits. So label kits weren't something I'd actually thought about, and I said to Took when I was in the process of printing, I think, and I messaged her and I thanked her very much because I hadn't even considered looking at label kits in her shop, and she has some beautiful labels in here. So this one here is called Black Botanical Picture Label, and it's printed at 100% and it's on matte photo paper. And this matte photo paper is a new matte photo paper to me. It's the first time I've used it, and I did have a little bit of a problem getting it to feed through my printer. I kind of had to support it to get it to start feeding. Once it was actually in my printer, it printed fine, but it had trouble feeding in, so my printing process was much slower for that reason. And then this here is the same kit, Black Botanical and Picture Labels, and it's printed 2 to a page. And I did consider going smaller. I think I could quite easily go smaller with this, but because I had quite a few kits to print and my printer was being a little fussy, I decided to stick to those 2 sizes, and perhaps further down the track I will print them at that smaller size that I really, really love as well. So Tooks CraftTable 16 inspiration words labels with their definition. And of course it's printed at 100%. Now I will share with you, I've actually printed this kit twice. So what happened was I printed it the first time, and this is the first print, onto the matte photo paper. Make sure I'm in camera. Sorry, I just bumped the table. So this is my first print printed onto the matte photo paper, and I went to print my second lot of labels and I realized that I'd had that on the standard paper setting and not on the matte photo paper setting. So I printed it again on the matte photo paper setting, and you can see the difference in color. So this is actually the same page, and it's like 2 separate sets of labels. So I didn't do it intentionally, but it was really, really fun to see that I kind of have 2 different kits out of one kit just by the way I printed it, even though it was an accident. So, and you can see here it's struggled to feed through the printer, and I thought it actually may have been because of the setting, but it turned out not to make a difference. I had to support it, but you can see the difference in the print between using the standard printer setting and the matte photo paper setting. Both very usable still. Okay, so again that was Tooks CraftTable 16 inspiration word labels with their definition. This next kit is Tooks CraftTable Blue Botanical and Picture Labels, printed 100%. So when I say it's printed at 100%, I just mean I haven't printed it 2 to a page or 4 to a page. That's all I'm referring to there. So that is the Blue Botanical and Picture Labels at 100%. And you know it, I have printed the same page at 2 to a page. I just think they're both a really fabulous size for crafting. So again, I'd really like to try them at 4 to a page because I still think they'd be super fun and usable at that size, and I may do that in the future, but it just didn't happen this time. Okay, so this one here is Took's CraftTable. This is the brown botanical and picture labels. This one is at 100% or full size, if you like. Just love these labels. And again, I printed the same kit. Cannot speak. So this is Took's CraftTable. Brown botanical and picture labels printed at 2 to a page. This kit here is Took's CraftTable green botanical and picture labels printed at 100%. Just such fun label kits. And the same kit, so green botanical and picture labels printed 2 to a page from Took's CraftTable. I have a lot of fussy cutting in my future. This kit here is Took's CraftTable nature quotes and labels printed full size or at 100%. So some plain labels and then some with quotes and some with numbers and the like. Really, really fun. I do love numbers. I don't know what it is. I've always been partial to numbers. I always loved maths. Okay, so this is the same kit. Took's CraftTable nature quotes and labels printed 2 to a page. Still a really, really fun size. Okay, and I'm also really fortunate to have some of Took's Fussy Cut kits. So this first kit to share with you is called Took's CraftTable Camellia and Poppy Fussy Cut. And this is printed at 100% or at full size. I just think they're really, really pretty and they're going to be so fun to use. I believe with the Fussy Cut kits, I don't know if I did it with this one, but I did end up unticking the fit to page for the prints. I think there was one that I forgot. It may have been this one. And I wasn't sure if this had cut off as a result. I don't think it did, but I don't think I unticked the fit to page when I printed this kit, but I did for the rest. So that one is Took's CraftTable Camellia and Poppy Fussy Cut. Okay, and this is the same kit. So Took's CraftTable Camellia and Poppy Fussy Cut printed 2 to a page, and I do that because I love to have the choice of the different sizes when I'm creating. And I've also printed 2 of each page because that way I don't have any paper waste at the end of my print. I had 5 pages in total to print, so I had 5 pages in total to print, so if I'd have only printed 1 of each, I would have ended up with a half a blank page. So I print 2 of each, and that way I use up all of the paper, and I have lots of printed images that I can use. So all of these Fussy Cut kits, of course, are printed onto matte photo paper as well. I should just mention that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so this is Took's CraftTable Fruit and Vegetable Fussy Cut, printed at 100%. Some really pretty images in here. Okay, so again, Took's CraftTable Fruit and Vegetable Fussy Cuts, printed at 100%. And then I printed them again at 2 to a page. So Fruit and Vegetables Fussy Cut from Took's CraftTable, printed 2 to a page. Okay, this next kit, super fun. I love owls. This kit is called Owls Fussy Cut. And I just wanted to make note that there are images in here that are printed 2 to a page. They were actually included with the kit, so I didn't have to do a separate print to print 2 to a page. So that was really fun. I love owls, and I love the images in this kit so much. They are so, so beautiful. And these are the 2 to a page prints. Just checking I'm in camera. Okay, so that was Took's CraftTable Owls Fussy Cut. Okay, the next kit is Took's CraftTable Mushroom Images for Fussy Cutting. And of course they're printed at full size. The colours of some of these are so, so pretty. And quite different to anything I have. So that was really exciting. I always think, whenever I think of mushrooms, I think of fairies. Like fairies sitting on the mushroom or sitting under the mushroom. So I have that association when I think of mushrooms. So there's something really magical and mystical I feel when I think about mushrooms. Okay, so again, Took's CraftTable Mushroom Images for Fussy Cutting, and these are printed 2 to a page. Such fun colours. Okay, mushroom images for fussy cutting, and they were 2 to a page. The next fussy cut kit I have to share with you is called Sepia Tone Botanical Fussy Cut. And these are printed at full size or 100%. I really love this. I'm quite partial to black and white and sepia, so to have a kit with sepia focal points is really, really fun. And I've just noticed I haven't printed those at 2 to a page. I'm not really sure why that is, but for now I'll get to enjoy them at full size. As I mentioned, my printer, it wasn't cooperating terribly well. I couldn't leave it. I had to stand at my printer and help each sheet through, and it was barely enough time to be able to go and do anything in between. I kind of did a little bit of tidying on the desk space nearby, but that was about the extent of it. So okay, so this is Took's CraftTable Violet and Blue Botanical Fussy Cut, and this is at 100%. Gosh, some of those colours, they just really pop, don't they? So Violet and Blue Botanical Fussy Cut, and the same kit at 2 to a page. Just so beautiful. I'm so excited. I cannot express how inspired and grateful I am to be able to use these kits in my crafting, and just the fact that Took has allowed me to use her kits is so humbling. I'm so lucky. So lucky. Okay, so this kit here, Took's CraftTable Pink Botanical for Fussy Cutting, and this is at 100%. Just gorgeous. Now, I actually had that same kit printed onto normal copy paper. I actually did this as a little bit of a tester for Took. and I printed on both normal copy paper and on matte photo paper just to make sure it was working on both, and I think they're both equally as beautiful. The only difference with the normal copy paper is that the colours aren't quite as vibrant, but I really love the softer muted tones as well. So both are equally stunning and completely usable as far as I'm concerned. So that was pink Botanical for fussy cutting. And then I printed the pink Botanical for fussy cutting at 2 to a page. I hope I said printed then. I don't know if I said printed or cut. But I meant printed. I've printed them at 2 to a page. I was thinking about cutting them, actually. Fussy cutting them. That's funny. Okay, so that was Took's CraftTable Pink Botanical Fussy Cut at 2 to a page. Or maybe I was thinking about the fact that I said fussy cut. I don't know. But there was a moment there where I wasn't sure I said the right thing. So, whoopsie. Okay, next we have... Making sure I'm in camera. Next we have Yellow Botanical Fussy Cut, and again printed at full size. So pretty. And again Yellow Botanical Fussy Cut at 2 to a page. Okay, this kit here is called Early 1900s Fashion Paper Dolls, and they're printed at 100%, and I believe there's 2 to a page included in the kit. So, oops, and this one's upside down. Didn't really check to make sure I was in camera okay, so I'm hoping all was good. And then that is the 2 to a page. I just think they're gorgeous. I look at these beautiful, beautiful ladies and I think about the beautiful estate gardens and picture them outside having afternoon tea in the garden. I don't know why. It's just the story I have in my head when I look at paper dolls like this with their beautiful gowns. I don't necessarily picture them at balls or anything like that, just outside having tea in the garden. Okay, and this is Took's CraftTable Late 1800s Fashion Paper Dolls, and again printed at 100%. And there is a 2 to a page print included in the kit. They are just so gorgeous. Okay, so we're back to a collage kit. I'm sorry, they should have been at the beginning. So this one here is called Took's CraftTable Cream Collage Paper Kit. So this is on normal copy paper. Again, I think this is a kit that is really fabulous for backgrounds that you can build upon. And then as part of that kit, there were, I think there's journaling cards and tags. So these are printed onto matte photo paper. Whoops, upside down. My apologies. So gorgeous. Okay, and this is the last kit I had to share with you today from Took's CraftTable. It's called Small Botanical Fun Tags, and I've printed this at 100% or at full size. I just think they're beautiful. Really, really fun size for a tag, I think. And that is the last page. I'm going to leave that there so you can take in all of its beauty. I have shared an awful lot of kits with you all today, and I do have some more to print off that Took sent me. I am overwhelmed by her generosity and incredibly humbled that Took has invited me to be on her design team. A huge thank you, Took, for trusting me with your beautiful digital art. I'm overwhelmed and humbled, and I couldn't be more grateful. So I hope you've enjoyed looking through these kits. There are some absolute treasures in amongst them, and I cannot wait to start creating with them all. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed looking through these kits as much as I've enjoyed sharing with you all. Please, everybody, stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.